America's mayor, the former leader of New York City, the greatest mayor New York City's ever had, and my dear friend, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy, it's so great to see you. I love you with that beautiful American flag. You know how much I adore you. And I know how much you love this country. As you look back, and here it is, the 1-year mark tomorrow of that Butler shooting, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, since you began with Corey, we have to remember, we think of it as the attempted assassination of the president and something that would have been a world-changing event, right? That God spared us from. But we did lose a great man. If that alone had been the only thing that happened, this would be a very devastating murder. And I am just uncomfortable with the way the whole investigation is being pursued. Even if we were talking about the murder of Corey Comparator at a rally like that, I would expect a full-scale, massive investigation. One may be going on, but I don't see a single bit of evidence of that. Now, on the second place, I have a spiritual view of this. People criticize that, but I do believe this was the day that God spared the man who can save Western civilization, Donald Trump, and then he spared him again a month and a half later. People don't realize that the one in Palm Beach was just as close to happening as this one. If the Secret Service agent hadn't spotted the guy in the bush, he had a perfect shot at Donald Trump. Twice, they almost killed this man and took him away from us, and we don't have a single additional fact about this a year later. Something is wrong. I'm sorry. Something is wrong. Everything in this situation, this one, was done wrong by the government people protecting him. I have gone over this with every Secret Service retired person I can find, including Dan Bongino. And I asked them, tell me what was done right. Don't tell me, I can tell you what was done wrong. And they can't tell me what was done right. I mean, a couple of them are just stand the perfect shot at the president, unguarded, unexamined for an hour and a half, a suspect running around for an hour and 15 minutes that they never resolve. And they're not supposed to go ahead if there's a suspect with an unresolved allegation or threat. And finally, they treated this like it was a meaningless event, and he had just been threatened by the Iranians. And instead, they never even meet with the local police. All three of those are career-ending actions on the part of these agents, and also deserve a tremendous investigation as to what's going on.
You know, Rudy, I 100% agree with you, too. And the fact the body was cremated, we don't know the motive.
Yeah, we can go on and on.
There are so many. You know, you brought up, Rudy, the fact about the Iranian threat. That, of course, continues even more so to this day. The U.S. Secret Service said a couple days ago that the threat climate against President Trump right now has never been greater. I mean, you've got the open borders of Joe Biden, how many are in this country. You got what's happening overseas. There are so many issues. How concerned are you right now, you know, for the president and also just for Americans? You see the protests taking place. He has plugged the border, but there's a lot of bad folks here.
When I talked to him, maybe not the first time that day, but maybe this very shortly thereafter, after that, I told him it's not stopping here. Don't think this is it. And then, of course, we had the one in Palm Beach, and I say the same thing now. I think the threat level was always great. I think once Biden blew the debate, that sort of ended the whole thing. And then the Iranians, if it's them, or somebody else, if it's them, said, this guy's not just a candidate, this guy's the president. So when they attempted to shoot him both times, they were really attempting to shoot a guy that had a 90% chance of being president. And now he's 100% president, probably a little harder to shoot him, but the motive is even greater. So yeah, he's in grave danger. The only way you could put it is he's in grave danger. I will tell you, he knows it. It's not as if he's walking around in some kind of a cloud. I mean, it gives you a sense of the bravery this man has. He knows it, and I think I think I don't want to speak for him. I'll just guess, okay? I guess he believes he's in the hands of God.
Yeah, no doubt. You could see it obviously also dramatically changed in that moment. And you're right, God is definitely protecting him on so many levels. Rudy, before I let you go, I have to ask you, as the former mayor of New York, you see what's going on now with Zoran Mandami. Boy, oh boy, right? And there's a new poll out that also shows that Democrats are out of touch. The description comes out that they're woke and that they are weak. How concerned are you when you hear some of the rhetoric from this guy who is now considered the leading candidate? I mean, he talks about defunding the police, ending incarceration. This is really concerning, Rudy.
Yeah, this is very, very serious. This isn't even political. This is about our national security. If New York City goes in this direction, America's not far behind. And the direction is, make no mistake about it, it's the direction set by Karl Marx. And for 160 years, communists have been working on it. And he's the culmination of it in a city where you thought it never could happen. He has basically said everything that you can say to make it certain that he's a communist candidate. And the only reason you'd avoid that is that you're with him or you're stupid. And you know, you and I are not stupid. So he has got to be stopped. This is a national issue. And we know all the candidates, and we know really well. One of them was a good friend of ours and a great man. My inclination would be for Curtis, and it may still be. But I want some time to figure out, for whatever it's worth, because I think I'm probably one of the living people that knows the most about New York City politics, right? Maybe 3 or 4 of us. Right. So I want to figure out who has the best chance of beating this guy. Is it Curtis? It could be. Is it Adams? I don't know. Is it Cuomo? It's very hard for me to say that. You got to imagine how serious I am about the city if I would even contemplate the thought that if Cuomo were the guy to win, I would support him. We don't have a choice here. Those 3 men, whatever you think their failings are they're like Abraham Lincoln against him. I don't even have to list what he wants to do. Government retail-owned stores. I mean, that's worse than some of the communist countries.
It is.
Price controls on everything.
The list goes on, and he won't condemn
no police.
Globalizing the Intifada. Rudy, it is crazy. We got to get you back on again soon. You got to come back on soon.
All right. He wants to erase Netanyahu. That'd be secession. Yeah. If he tried to arrest a world leader, we'd have to take over New York City.
Yeah, it's
you can't let him
Rudy.
interfere with the foreign policy of the United States.
It's frightening, Rudy, on many, many levels, and he's telegraphing who he is. And just like you said, it's going to be an interesting few months, but we have to protect New York, and we got to protect America. Rudy, we'll talk with you soon. Love having you on, my friend.
Yeah, I'll have my answer in about 10 days.
All right, well, then I'll have you back on in 11 days. How's that? All right,
this requires a lot of talk and a lot of study.
All right, well, we're going to have you back on after that, my friend. Thank you very much, Rudy.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.